Would you mind if I listen to my book on tape? Kind of a bookworm. This is a novelization of the movie Precious, based on the book Push by Sapphire.
I think I have to be on my own for a little bit. Like that girl Precious in Precious, based on the novel Push by Sapphire. Okay?
I didn't see that movie.
Oscar Beatty director Lee Daniels' moment of glory came from 2009's Precious, based on the book Push by Sapphire, which earned multiple Academy Awards nominations. His subsequent movies did not spark any memorable cultural zeitgeist, but continued to bid for Academy Awards nominations, including 2021's The United States vs. Billie Holiday. There was nothing really horror related to what director Lee Daniels had crafted over the years, maybe except humanizing Mariah Carey without her usual makeup in Precious. Then in summer 2024, Lee Daniels adapted the famous Amen's Haunting from Gary, Indiana with a screenplay written by David Cockershall and Elijah Bynum for Netflix. From the onset, we knew that this was not your run-of-the-mill Blumhouse-type horror feature. Daniels painted a bleak living conditions for our protagonist Ebony Jackson, played by the brilliant Andra Day, and her children, as well as a mother who was with ailing health. Settling in their third house within a short period of time and in a complicated neighborhood that likely to bring more harm than good for Ebony's three children, who harbored a sort of resentment towards their mother, who we eventually realized was alcoholic and had a history of being abusive towards them. Struggling with poverty issues, the children had a longing for their absent father figure, while Ebony was fighting on multiple fronts, sandwiched between the demands of the children and coping with medical bill of her mother, while social service was breathing down her neck to ensure she was not back to her misdemeanor and ill-treating the children. So for the first act of the movie, it was a classic urban wallowing in human misery type of movie from Lee Daniels. There were images of a creepy basement, but all basements are creepy, so you tend to not pay much attention to it, even when you got a dead cat there to be extracted. But when your youngest son started talking to himself around the house and started to just entrance at a corner of the room, alarm bells had to be ringing. Yet Ebony got more issues to deal with than linking this to something supernatural, something sinister. This cautionary tale certainly reminded me of stories from my part of the world, saying that when you are down on luck, you became a magnet for the most evil of being to leech on your soul. And in the case of the Jacksons, the evil entity wanted all of them, especially the three kids, and seamlessly made use of the vulnerability of Ebony and her undesirable history that led to her children to be easily manipulated. It was a truly skin-crawling sequence of the unfortunate chain of events that would easily send any parent into a delirious state. Ebony wanted to find a logical explanation for what had happened, but there was none to be found until a mysterious person gave her the true horror of the background of the new house they lived in. The final showdown was perhaps the scariest and best choreographed exorcism scene in recent years, after disappointments like The Exorcist Believer and all those Russell Crowe exorcism movies. The ultimate resolution could be twisted in a way that this was a mean to spread religious undertone, yet I actually felt the innate strength of the humankind and the innate belief in God could create a sort of strength we would never imagine could exist. Lee Daniels is a director who could tell the heartfelt story of individuals wallowed in despair, and it was evident here as well. The storytelling and filmmaking was immaculate, and buoyed by strong performances from the ensemble. I was quite surprised he had it in him to create that scary climatic scene. Singer-actress Andra Day, who played the titular Billie Holiday in Daniels' most recent movie, reunited with the director and gave a memorable turn as Ebony. She was not likable, yet someone you cannot help but root for by the end. She tried to conceal her frailties and vulnerabilities and appeared to be strong in front of family and everyone else. I thought they balanced the different facets in her character very well. The elephant in the room, sorry, I did not really mean to address Oscar-winning actress Glenn Close as an elephant, but I certainly raised eyebrows when she was cast as Ebony's mother without much explanation of whether she was the birth or foster mother. but Close was in her usual amazing form, playing a religious, sassy white woman who, despite her age, was comfortable in her skin and was not afraid to flaunt it, capturing the attention of younger men like Omar Epps. But it was her role as Ebony's mother, whom she had a love-hate relationship with, and ultimately became an emotional anchor and sometimes moral compass that made Close's role in the story such a crucial one. Once again, Glenn Close, an actress I watched since I was a kid, tormenting Michael Douglas in Fatal Attraction, was truly an international acting treasure. The marketing poster of the movie featured a quartet of key female characters. The other two were Monique, another returning Lee Daniels cast member, as Cynthia, the Department of Child Service worker, and Anjune Alice Taylor as the Reverend who knew the story of the haunted house. Monique's character in Precious was so abhorrent, so it was strange to see her in a kinder light, although Close's character, Alberta, bore some sort of grudge with her throughout the movie. Meanwhile, Alice Taylor's character, despite being crucial to solve Ebony's query, really did not amount to much and was easily forgettable among the characters. The three young actors playing Ebony's children were decent, especially when we saw Lucas from Stranger Things all grown up and had to stand up for himself and his siblings. The youngest boy had the meatiest role, and there was one particular possession scene that really creeped me out. The Deliverance delivered a massive streaming number for Netflix, as many horror fans and casual viewers who stumbled on the recommendation were waxing lyrical after watching it. I was pleasantly surprised with the gritty story of a down-and-out family being broken to the edge and was amazed by the fact that it was based on the true story. This certainly deserved a 8 upon 10 from me. 2024 continued to deliver decent horror films, so please subscribe to this channel to check out what is in store for the rest of the year, and don't forget to like and share this video. My previous review was Osgood Perkins' Long Legs, which can be polarizing to many horror fans. Now I wonder if Lee Daniels would cast Mariah Carey in a horror movie. Oh wait, we already have Glitter.